From SkidZ in Albuquerque, we're here for the title matches of the scratch division of today's JBT event. He's at it again, folks. Cortez is back in bowling well, and bowling well this game too. Well, he's got 6 strikes, even though there's only 4 on the board, because he started foul spare. That's his screen there on the left. Going up against Danny Cobine, who has struggled early here with big opens in the first and the fourth. So Tez out to a big early lead. Cobine's going to have to play catch up the rest of the way, and that is not a position you want to be in against Tez. Well, there's the start right there. That's a double. So he trails by, what is that, 37? Yeah, 37 here. Got it to 27 with the strike in the 7th, but these might be must-strike scenarios already as Cortez looks locked in, and, well, he's really looked locked in since game 4. Tez went 180-2-0, fairly quiet through the first 3 games. And he shot in order starting from game 4 to 34, to 48, to 58, to 66, to 58. And the cut was minus 50 something, so just kind of mauled the field. All right, no give up in Cobine though. He's a tough bowler, and he's going to stick around for the rest of this match. See if Tez can run away with 2 more here in the 7th and 8th. 30 some odd titles. The kid is 15 years old. It's ridiculous. Physical game of a young Pete Weber, and got that one left just a pinch. And Tez's ball versus twister pins is no contest. It's going to be a solid 9 every time when you get a high flush like that. Unfortunately, finish that thought there, the mental game of a young Pete Weber lately, and that's not a compliment. The one thing that's been holding him back a little bit is he's got a little more frustrated than he used to back in the day. And you see him fighting himself, trying to tell himself to stay calm after bad breaks or bad shots. Look out. All right. All we're saying is that he's fighting being a typical teenager, so that's all part of it. As it stands, he is 4th all-time in titles, behind only Cameron Smith, Stephen Black, and Kyle King. Here's a fun fact. You guys have watched nothing but Cortez and Jacob for the last 2 years in our webcast. Those 2 bowlers combined still have less titles than Kyle King. Just in case you need a reminder how completely dominant Kyle was for so very long. However, missing the top 10 today, so he won't be bowling in tomorrow's Invitational here in New Mexico. Weird things happen when you only have 1 tournament to crack it. Last year in Mojave, Kyle, Cameron, and Zachary all missed the top 10 with their 1 chance to make it home from school. So it's, yeah. A couple years ago. Oh dear. Was the 4th frame a church too?
Yeah, that was a church.
So a church in the 4th and almost a church in the 8th, and he's gonna have to avoid the church because there might be cuss words coming out for the next couple minutes, as the right-hand lane especially is going to be his undoing there. Well, let's see if we can get a big 4 on camera at least. It's been done once. By who else? Kyle King. I feel like we're talking about Kyle more than these 2 on the show. Yep, 6-1 and it's over, folks. Cortez is going to win his 7 millionth JBT title. Well, Danny's, for as great a season as he had, has had some painful stepladder matches this year. Perhaps that'll just fire him up some more for tomorrow's invite. Yeah, the rest of the field does not need a fired up Cobine. They don't need Tez bowling well either. Just clearly lost the hold that he must have had the rest of the day. Danny qualified at plus 72 with 5 200 games. Slowed down a bit the first 2 in the semis, then took off with 278 to jump into the number 2 seed. Looked good in the semis too with the 228 to oust Derek Acuff, but doesn't seem to have any miss room to the left anymore, and that's what you need for super high scores, especially with that heavy roll Cobine puts on the ball. And just when he didn't strike, he left unmakeable stuff. That's his 4th open, uncharacteristic to him. Now it's just a little bit of bonus time for Cortez. Cortez is going to get bowler of the year because William Yoder decided not to bowl today. He, quote unquote, had no chance because he was 100 points back.
Is that really why he said he didn't bowl?
That's his quote. P.S. If you're not watching at home, 300 for first tomorrow on the invite points. Kids these days, Ryan. What can I tell you? He'll be in the 230s if he strikes out. For really Cortez, the ceiling on Cortez is unlimited. It's up to Cortez and nobody else how far he wants to go in this game. Got all the physical tools and just getting more of them every week. He'll refine the mental tools. It's already so smart about his own game, and you know, this is a kid. I don't know. Numbers do not apply with this guy. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get a 10th frame shot to win it all. This is an anticlimactic video. I'm sorry, America, but that's how it goes sometimes. Tez practiced about 50 corner pin shots over on the practice pair and successfully made the 2 he had to shoot at this time. Left a million deadwoods over there as a souvenir to the bowling alley. Really, the only mental challenge he had to deal with this game was after the foul in the first. Past that with flying colors. Ooh, we're going to see a 2-hander. I've never seen that out of him. Oh well. His career average 2-handed in JBT is 9. All right. Got a couple additional faces in the invite today with the top 10s. Eileen's in there with her top 2. Nick's in there with her top 2. We'll give out about $5,000 tomorrow at invite time. Don't miss the videos. Right here at JBT 900.